My name is Llesenia Vega, and I've been coming to High Point for about a month and a half. So I was born here, and when I was 7, my dad had a stroke, my mom left, and we moved back home to Mexico, where my dad grew up. We lived there. I grew up in a Catholic household. I went to a Catholic school. I always lived knowing God was real, and that I never struggled with that, but I lived as if he was in heaven and I was here. We didn't have a relationship. It was more like fearful, like I need to make sure that I'm good, and obviously you're not good enough, so you always struggle with that. It wasn't until I was pregnant with my oldest daughter that a friend of mine started talking to me. She started telling me about God, and I was telling her I'm so scared. And even when things were okay, I didn't feel that they were okay. I always thought, yeah, something's gonna happen. I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. She would, encourage me to, go to church, but she's Christian. So I'm like, yeah, that works for her, but it's probably not relevant to me. After my daughter was born, I went home to visit my dad, and a woman that helped raise me when I was a kid, I came to find out she had become Christian in a small town where nobody's Christian. She lost her job. Her daughter became a Christian as well, lost the fiance, everything. They lost a lot of things, but they put God number one. And I was telling her, you know what? I said, how did you find the courage, or how did you know you were doing the right thing? She told me following God will never be the wrong thing to do. So that helped me decide that I wanted to follow God and I wanted to follow Jesus. And I knew that moment that I had no more doubts. I knew that I would be okay, and I knew that I wanted to make the decision to follow God. I felt overjoyed to know. I felt super happy. I felt liberated. I felt like, yes, God does love me. I am good enough. And even though I come from a broken house, a sick dad, and maybe not a lot of money, that didn't matter. I had a purpose, and I was chosen, and I was loved. Then I found High Point, and I got baptized. And now that I'm a Christian, I've learned and I've understand and I've found freedom. When he died for us, that was a time that Jesus opened the door and said, we can have a relationship now. Your sins are forgiven, and the ones you've already done, the ones you're going to do, you're forgiven, and it's okay. You just have to follow me. I love you. I choose you. And no matter what, that's never gonna change.